Hello and welcome. I'm Adari Gregan, and I'm back from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. Today we're in here with Episode 23, the semi-finale. There's a better word for that, but I'm forgetting what it is. But we're continuing our what seems to be a bit of a two-parter, this Kyushu Raiden arc. I don't know what that translates to. I think I missed the title when it came up. But it's a little two-parter featuring Fushiguro and the middle school he was a part of. And 4 kids who were of earlier generations who all died by stabbing from a curse, apparently. So last episode was a whole lot of mystery build-up and a really interesting one. A really cool, different take that we don't see a whole lot of in Jujutsu Kaisen thus far. So it's a cool, different atmosphere for the arc, and very fitting given the curses and everything that's happening and how unsettling the curses generally look. But it's also very relevant for our story because it's also a way to kind of introduce us to this other special grade that's of a similar caliber to Sukuna, obviously not on the same level, but it's the Cursed Womb. Insert Cursed Womb Must Die here, the other two-parter of, I think the only other two-parter of Kaisen Season 1, but still not sure if they're connected yet or not, or if it's just a coincidence. It seems too connected to be a coincidence, but I don't know. No one's really made the connection in the show unless I just missed it, so we'll see, I guess. Regardless, we're finishing that second part here. We've got this talking curse here. That was somebody swallowed one of the cursed womb, the 3 pieces of it. So presumably this is the cursed womb's sentience coming through, similar to when Yuji ate one of Sukuna's fingers. So I guess we'll see though. But I guess that's also strange. I don't know if that's necessarily true because the cursed womb from the earlier arc also consumed one of the fingers, but didn't have Sukuna's personality. I'm not sure. A lot of questions, I'm sure some of them will be answered. Some of them probably won't, but we'll just have to jump right in and see where it goes from here. If you are new here, I do full reactions. Get rid of that. I don't cut them down, however, on YouTube they are visually audited, adjusted in order to avoid copyright. The unaltered version is going to be in the description, but the episode breakdown, the discussion, will only be on YouTube. So if you click that link, make sure to come back here for the discussion. Otherwise, I will see you after the reaction. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you want to join me on my journey. I'm trying to finish JJK Seasons 1 and 2 before 3 starts in January. I'm also watching MHA, the final season as it airs, so if you're watching that, then feel free to check that out. Regardless, all that housekeeping out of the way, let's just jump right into the semi-finale, episode 24 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. Yeah, Yuji's taking on the big boy, while the other 2 are taking on the reason they got here for. It's spitting out blood, because of course it is. Woo! Good kick. We are not wasting any time. Wow. Okay, I was about to say he's quite a kicker, but now he's got his punches in. Ooh. Interesting angles. Oh, wow. Grab, twist. Very good. Evaporating. Oh. It's more like acid. Not fun. Oh, this OST, I remember this one. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's one of these. It's just moles. Ooh. Good cut. Very clean. Wow, okay. Starting this episode strong. Yeah, it's literally that hammer game in arcades. Whack-a-mole, exactly. There's gotta be a better way of doing this.
限定的とはいえ、術式範囲が広い分、本体に攻撃能力がないってこと？
あくまで多分な。不安材料だった術式範囲、被害者数、結界、すべてが本体に引き算として作用してる。ラッキーだ。
Energy being spare, being used in other things. I doubt it's gonna be that simple though.
問題はその後か。
And also that. What is that? Not again. It really is just like the cursed woman must die. It's just the same thing all over again. God damn it. You never get that exactly. Never get that feeling of deja vu. But yeah, the bigger question is, what the fuck was that? That was neither of those. My older brother? I don't think that was it running. That's concerning. Yeah. That's a good call. He won't, but... Ooh, Lexi! What is this? It's a person? Not into it. Got it.
その中に呪術師殺しは含まれていない。聞けば見逃しません。
What was the task, though?
お嬢さん。
Can't be as simple as just killing the...
てっきり同じお使いかと。
Can't be as simple as killing this curse, right?
呪詛師どっちだこいつっていうかなんだこの匂い
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. He seems to blend the line between the two. He doesn't look human, despite how human he looks. Woo! Good continuous shot. It's always fun to have those changing angles, but having just the one straight pan is also a lot of fun. It's perfect for something like this, where it's very linear. He still got his Shikigami after all. I doubt it. What in the world was the errand? What are they here for? You should be more on your guard. But I guess he didn't hear that, so... This one's clearly different. This is the part where you retreat. This is the part where you retreat, Fushiguro. What if it wasn't the time it took, but the festering of this curse itself, rather than its technique? It is Cursed Womb Part 2! It literally is! What? Wait. Wait. So there's another finger here. This one's also turning into... Okay, hold on. So if there's a lot more going on here that we're not being told about, we're gonna need to have a conversation with the higher-ups after this. Again, the Cursed Womb. I assume the designation is done by the higher-ups, so... it's clearly not a coincidence now. I'm certain of it, that previous one, Cursed Womb, must die. Clearly it was designated that out of knowledge. Like, that was a figure, not the Cursed Womb. How are all these connected? There's so many disparate parts. Which is the perfect way to do a mystery, right? You always want to give out the breadcrumbs in the incorrect order, So it's hard for a logical brain to piece things together. There's a lot of pieces that are about to come together. This is quite the moment.
気配が大きすぎるもの、息を潜めているもの、すでに呪霊に取り込まれているもの。これは狂信だ。取り込まれた呪霊の中で力を抑えていたスクナの指が6月の虎杖の受肉をきっかけに呪力を解放したんだ。見てくれば同じだが、おそらく少年院のやつより数段。強い。
So it started activating once Sukuna awoke. It's like germinating. But if it's stronger, you need to get out of here. You are not strong enough to fight this thing. I don't care how much stronger you've got.
はい、また僕の勝ち。
Good transition.
珍しいよね。めぐみが僕に稽古頼むなんて。有事に追い越されてやる。
This is present, yeah, or
まあ、
recent
背に
present.
腹は変えられませんから。
そんなに嫌？僕に頼るの。
Yeah.
めぐみはさ、実力もポテンシャルも有事と遜色ないと思ってんだよね。
Just without the Sukuna
あと
part.
は意識の問題だと思う
But
よ。
Sukuna also recognized your
めぐ
potential,
み、
so
本
that's
気の
not
出
to
し
be taken
方
lightly.
知らないでしょ。
はあ？俺が本気でやってないって言うんですか？
やってないんじゃなくて、できてないんだよ。
Yeah.
例えばさ、この前
Mental
の野球、
inhibitors.
なんで送りバントしたの？自分がアウトになっても野原の塁を進めたかった？それはご立派。でもユージや僕なら常にホームランを狙う。バントが悪いって言ってんじゃないよ。野球は団体競技、それぞれに役割があるからね。でも呪術師はあくまで個人競技。
他の術師との連携は大事でしょ。
But you need to be able to hold your own.
でも周りに味方が何人いようと死ぬ時は一人だよ。君は自他を過小評価した材料でしか組み
Delivery
立
on
て
that
が
line
で
was
きない。
perfect.
少し未来の強くなった自分を想像できない。君の奥の手のせいかな。最悪自分が死ねば全て解決できると思ってる。それじゃ僕どころかナナミにもなれないよ。死んで勝つと死んでも勝つわ。
Yeah, it's just cutting off your future, your potential.
全然違うよ。めぐみ、
Good
本
line.
気でやれ。
Quite like that.
もっと欲張れ。
You can't limit yourself just because you know you have a trump card. You can only play that once.
何秒気を失ってた。
Not enough to
極限の
die.
破壊。いや、術式が解けたか。
Is it waiting for you?
ここまでだな。
Come on, we just talked about this.
古べ、ゆらゆら。
That was what he almost activated against Guna. Ooh, it's reacting.
宝の持ち腐れだな。
But you don't want to use it because it'll cut you off.
やめだ。
Oh, that was a different smile.
必ずしも緩やかじゃない。
お前あ
Yeah.
の時なぜ逃げた？
影の奥行きをすべて吐き出す。具体的なアウトラインは後回し。重力を練ったそばから押し出していけ。
Ooh, constantly go in the upper
自由
limit.
に限界を超えた未来の自分をやってやるよ。
確かな土壌。一握りのセン
This
ス
is a different Fushiguro.
あとは些細なきっかけで人は変わる。
領域展開。
Domain expansion? Let's see it. The glow.
不完全。
Oh, I don't like that anymore.
が今はこれでいい。
But it's enough, it's something. Lets you get in. Okay, Fushiguro, I see you. Oh, a world of shadows. The shadows are like its own liquid. That's such a cool effect. Oh. Oh. Bring everything multiple new ways. He's so proud of himself. Keep forgetting about the sorcerer.
玉剣
おう
の爪はあれにも傷をつけた。
Yeah, they're clearly
不意のお前を貫くくらいわけないさ。
Is that just gonna do it? Wow! He just dealt with Cursed Wound.
疲れた。
Not too bad, Fushiguro. Had to look a little
どこだ
insane to do it, but
あいつら。
you're not helping anyone at this point.
それでいい。
He's pleased by Fushiguro's growth. That's what he's invested in right now. More than anything else. Interesting. A little peek into the future of Fushiguro's potential. That was really cool. Really gruesome too, that smile and the blood.
他人と関わる上で
Freaking waves of shadow.
わかるか。
Beat the snot out of all the delinquents.
私はあなた
A
を
literal
殺しません。
mountain.
だからあなたも私を殺さないでくださいだ。
Jeez.
殺しを何に置き換えてもいい。要は相手の尊厳を脅かさない線引き。互いの実在をなす過程。
Other side of Golden Rule.
それがルールだ。それを破って威張って腫れ物みたいに扱われて。さぞ居心地が良かったろうな。
They violated
次
it.
俺の前でやったら殺すからな。
Doing to others and not expecting it to be done unto them.
てめえで考えろ。それか死ね。
But that makes you the problem child, 'cause you did beat up a lot of people. Objectively.
僕はお前らのパシリじゃないって。
頑張れ、愛だし。
でも次のターゲット俺になっちゃうかも。だから頑張りすぎるな、愛だし。
おいデブ
Don't
こら
get too hard.
セリフ変更だ。この
What
デ
a
ブ
dick.
今日から僕の代わりですって言ってやる。
どうも売るのか、愛だし。
うるせえ。
めぐみ
あれ？あそこで倒れてるの池さんたちじゃ。
もう喧嘩しないって言ったよね。
保護者面
Didn't
すんな。
like that.
悪人が嫌いだ。サラチみてえな想像力と感受性で一丁前に息をしやがる。善人が苦手だ。
Cool art
そん
style.
な悪人を許してしまう。許すことを格調高く捉えてる。
Interesting.
吐き気がする。
Equating good people with bad people
積み木は
for
典型
forgiving
的
the
善
bad
人。
people.
気持ち悪い。積み木は典型的善人。気持ち悪い。
あ、ごめん。中身が出るとは。
It is the same
小
person.
一の時、俺の父親と積み木の母親、それぞれの片親がくっついて
Okay, adopted.
蒸発した。
Okay. Yeah, so they are the same person.
白髪の怪しい男が言ってた。
君のお父さんさ
It was Gojo, it was
全
Gojo.
員っていういいとこの呪術師の家系なんだけど、僕が引くレベルのろくでなしでお家出てって君を作ったってわけ。めぐみくんはさ、君のお父さんが全員家に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよ。ムカつくでしょ。
You're a tool.
蒸発資金の謎が解けた。俺は全員家とやらに売られたらしい。ああ、ムカつくよ。あんたのそのデリカシーのなさが特に。
Gojo's really hoping for a reaction
男が
here.
全員家の剣を帳消しにして、俺が将来呪術師として働くことを担保に、俺たち二人の空戦からの金銭的援助を通してくれた。
Stupid. Interesting.
何が呪術師だ。バカバカしい。俺が誰を助けるってんだよ。
ちょ積み木何してんのあんた。めぐみくんちょなんでもない。ああちょっとねえそれより肝試し
That was awesome.
考えてくれた
Complete flip.
心配だからついてくよ。
俺が中3に上がって間もなく積み木が呪われた。正体不明、出自不明、全国に同じような秘術者がいるらしい。何もわからないということだけが分かって積み木は寝たきりになった。
誰かを呪う暇があったら大切な
積み木が寝たきりの原因になった呪いは解けてないだろうな。あとはこの指のことを虎杖になんて。
Hold his consciousness, please. You are asleep.
急に現れた大きな気配。スクナの指が結界から出たのか。
Yeah, now
もし
he's
指の騎士を払
unconscious.
ったの
This
が術師
is
だとしたらなかな
concerning.
か。
だとしても指の特級相当の呪霊とやり合って勝ったとして無傷で済むわけないでしょ。あいつら無事かしら。
失言。私が話したことは忘れてください。
Alright, everyone's done.
待てや
Now I just gotta go grab the finger, obviously.
なめた走り方しやがって。そんなんでちぎれると思ってんのかよ。
私自分の背中がコンプレックスでして警告です。私の背
Back
中を見た
complex.
ら
I
こう
don't
しろ。
like the sound of...
兄じゃ
You're gonna kill your brother too?
どれなんかごめん
What the fuck? Definitely a curse.
じゃあなんでそんな格好してんだよ。変な匂いはそれか。
濡れるんだよ。触乱不実極の番。死を
Oh.
バチ殺し。
Okay. What an interesting episode. Huh. What is it this time?
うるさいね。今暑くて何もする気がねえ。
Again.
フォーメーション
And they're moving. They've rehearsed this.
何よその女。私の瞳に乾杯した夜を忘れたの。俺といる時が一番楽しいんだあれは。嘘だったの。
何マジで何
気安く触らないでもらえるかしらん。ドラマ
He's
め
mine.
ぐみちゃんはこれから私と一緒にバイオリンのお稽古なのよ。帰
Violin.
るわよ。めぐみちゃん。今日こそキラキラ星をマスターしてもらうわん。
大丈夫気にせず行ってください駅はここまっすぐです
She was just asking for directions, of course.
でマジでなんすか恥ずかしいんでやめてもらえます
Don't be so mean. Everyone but him. All right, another great episode. Another really introspective episode. Great follow through from the last time. Immediately kicking things off. Just high octane action. Just, I mean, obviously what JJK is best at. It's an action show at its core, and it certainly delivers when it needs to. This was quite the sequence, and there are more throughout the episode too. It wasn't just this initial starting bit. There's the whack-a-mole. But things don't quite go as you expect, because Kugisaki gets teleported away again, or gets pulled away again. But the thing they were chasing after goes after him, goes after the guy who pulled her through, and then Yuji goes through. And we meet this really strange guy, don't like him at all, and Nobata does not like him one bit either. I've never related with Nobata quite as much as I do right now. And they're after the finger. Makes sense. Another cursed womb in a sense. What is going on here? We need some explanations. Hopefully we'll get that next episode. Oh. Pass. And we meet another one of these. I guess that's kind of 2 for 2, right? These are the only fingers we've seen. It's almost like they all turn into this. I mean, I guess 100% rate for now until we see another one, but they continually turn into these strange, like, creatures. I still don't get why it was called Cursed Womb, though, last time. When we have our Cursed Womb 3-part here. One of the pieces who is here now. I don't know. This is an interesting talk, though. So, he's been kind of limiting himself to being a team player. Which makes sense given his Shikigami. He's basically a Pokemon trainer. He's had limited abilities with himself, but since starting the show, we've seen that he's worked on that. He's learned about improving his own personal fighting, so he doesn't have to rely on his Shikigami. And this kind of continues that growth story here, where now we realize that he, in general, doesn't limits his own growth, his own potential, because he has a lot of faith in his basically final move, his trump card, if you would. That would end up killing him, though. It's only a one-time deal. But I mean, that's one way to put it. It wasn't quite where I was going with it, but it's true. No matter how much of a team sport it is, no matter how much you need to coordinate with other sorcerers, at the end of the day, you need to be able to handle yourself. Because if you can't handle yourself, that's not being a team player. That's being dependent. And it's interesting how they use the baseball kind of as a metaphor for it. You were trying to help out other people, but you weren't. You need to be able to hang out. You need to be able to operate yourself and not be dependent on how other people act. So, and then once again, he's about to do the swing thing, which we saw with Sukuna. But then he stops. He decides, you know what? Let's push past my limits. Plus Ultra. So he starts smiling and he opens his domain expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden. Chilling. The rosy pink glow in his eye. Ooh. It's incomplete, but that's plenty. And it is plenty. Curse is not able to keep up. With the multiple Nuez, it's just completely, he can do whatever he wants. And then, yeah, punch through the heart. It is just done. But so is he. And Sukuna is pleased. Because he's most interested in Fushiguro. This is all interesting. It's not what you did to me. It's the fact that you didn't abide by the golden rule. You treated others and didn't expect to be treated the same. I'm simply filling that out. Alternatively, I'm passing judgment on you for not following the rule. But that's still kind of bad because you're still beating up a whole lot of people. And then we get our first like actual conversation with Tsumiki, who sure enough, I thought they were different people, but they are the same person. I could tell by the voice actor. That's what clued me in. But it is the embodiment of virtue that he's mentioned before. Really cool art here. They act so superior when their empathy and imagination are empty as a vacant lot. But they act superior because they're either skilled or because they have something they can hold over other people. But the good people are unbearable too because they're good. They forgive the bad people. They don't judge them. I mean, they do, a lot do, but a lot of people don't. Especially people with like a savior complex, people who like make their personality that they are a good person. They forgive everyone. They don't judge people. They don't try to right the world, which is hard to deal with. I don't think I necessarily agree with that. I mean, I don't think you should let people walk over you, obviously. But I don't quite agree with Fushiguro's sense of vengeance, of justice here. I mentioned it before when he said he'll save people unequally. I don't think anyone has the right to be that judge. Oopsies, I didn't mean to do that. It's my own sense of judgment. And we also learn here that the dad left the Zeng clan, planning to use it as an ultimate card, then ended up selling him to the Zeng clan, I guess. I guess that was the card. He stopped it, but in return that he would grow up to be a sorcerer. This is great. What are you doing? Grr. Hello. Ciao. Great. She's not happy. Tamiku was cursed. And then he concludes that she was choosing me to worry about, just how I choose who to save. I think that's definitely part of it, but I think part of her virtue, part of her goodness, if you would, is kind of what I mentioned before. It's that you are not judge, jury, and executioner. Fushiguro was kind of being that. I think that's why she was so opposed to what Fushiguro was doing, and why teachers called him a problem child, right? He doesn't quite get that, because he doesn't see that justice. He sees himself as judge, jury, and executioner. He doesn't see himself as, like, exactly that, but he is trying to right the world in his own way. So in a sense, he is. He's a vigilante. But he doesn't really have that right. I get seeing the world and trying to change it, but who is he to do that, right? What if there's more of the story that he didn't realize? What if he beat someone up for beating someone else up, but the person he beats up was actually the good guy? What if that was another Fushiguro beating up another bad guy, but he beats him up because that's not what he sees, right? You can't be judge, jury, and executioner. You cannot be the judge of these things. Obviously, there's more nuance to that, but I think that's really what Miki was getting upset about, though. And why she doesn't go on her vigilante arc. That's why she'd rather not curse people, but think about what's good, because I'm not going to try to insert myself into situations that I don't belong in, so I'm just going to be grateful for what I have. That's kind of her philosophy, in a sense. At least the philosophy being presented here. I like that one a lot better. It's not just leave others be, it's don't think you're more than you are. Wanting to change the world is good, but thinking you have to change the world is dangerous. Then he passes out. Then he goes after it. And then, whatever in the world this is. And this guy's still conscious. I really got to see what's going on here. Because there's so much going on here that's just strange. I do not understand. Very weird. Very weird. Oh, this is so much uncomfortable in this arc. So much. Oh, we're almost through it, though. One more episode, we're done with the season. Hopefully this guy won't get away and we can be done with him. I don't like it at all. Ugh. Anyways, that's that. We'll deal with that next episode and hopefully get some answers. Hopefully we'll confront some higher-ups and ask what the heck is going on. And then the Formation B, harem. Works every time. She was just asking for directions. Doesn't matter. Gojo's in his part. Once he activates it, he can't deactivate it for the next 3 days. I'm sorry, Fushiguro. You're just going to have to deal with this. On that ridiculous note, we're going to end this one off, though. Thank you so much for watching. If there's something I said that you agree or that you disagree with, please do let me know in the comments. If there's something within the episode that I missed or I overlooked or something you want to add on to there, again, please do mention it. I'd love to engage with discourse with you. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like, share it with people who think might enjoy it. Do subscribe if you want to join me on my journey to catch up by the time Season 3 drops in January. And other than that, all that stuff, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next one, but until then, have a lovely rest of your day.